Horn is popping. BCAT is mooning. Meowing? Mooning? MicroStrategies is buying even more Bitcoin, and live TA tonight from Trade Intuition is all going down tonight.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
What is up? Happy Sunday night, my DGen friends. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. Wow, what a time to be in crypto. It's literally insane. I mean, we wake up every day and we're like, we're making more money. And if you're not making money right now, you're probably not doing it right. But first, listen, nothing I tell you is financial advice. I am just a girl on the internet in a Britney Spears t-shirt that just really loves crypto and is DGen. So do not take anything that you hear today as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. All right, guys, we know that meme coins are absolutely hot. They are sexy. They are so fun. And even XRP maxis are turning into Solana meme degens. So I want to go ahead. I'm going to take a look at the market and we are going to look at what is hot. Literally in an hour, I've already made like a 2-3x off of Horin, of all the things. Horin, I know. We'll get into it. It's crazy. There are so many fun things to get into. But first, all right, let's take it back to CoinMarketCap. Let's see where we are. Okay, Bitcoin is still sitting pretty at $68,000, just chilling. Anticipation building. Are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? Trader Intuition is on Joe. He's going to be looking at the Bitcoin chart. And guys, if there is anything that you want to see the chart, just go ahead and drop it in the chat. We're going to do like two-minute flash TA real quick on them just to take a look, see, show you what we're seeing. ETH is sitting at almost $4,000. We're at $3,800. BNB, holy crap. It's already at $526. I did not even see this like pumping like this. It is up 26% in 7 days. So still sitting at number 10, Shiba Inu. Wow. 9 and 10 are meme tokens, guys. No real utility here at all other than they are memes. That is their value. SHIB is still up 42% on the week. Everything else has been chilling for the past couple of days. We have AVAX, AVAX $41, dot 1022. And unfortunately, XRP is still sitting at 60 cents. And that is why I am buying these meme tokens. Okay, so let me pull up one. I told you guys a little bit about these the other day. There's a bunch of these. And full disclosure, I have no idea who made this token. There's a whole group of them. There's like Joe Bowden. There's just a ton of different ones. They're all funny names. But here's what I like about this. Now, mind you, I don't know the team. This could rug in a minute, right? So don't put in more than you're willing to lose. That's the name of the game. And meme coins are kind of like musical chairs, right? You just want to get out while you can with gains. However, I did, let me see if I can find the chart on this and pull it up. I did go ahead and pick up Horin. I saw the dip and it was so funny because I was like, I don't know if this is rugging. This is where I bought down here. If this is rugging or if this is a really good dip. So I just bought it. And of course, it pretty much 2x'd on me. And I was like, wow, this is really cool, but I'm going to stay in it because I think it's hilarious. And I think that if Elizabeth Warren actually hears about this and sees this go to whatever, God only knows, because we saw Trump go from like a penny to what, $10 or something. I have no idea what it's at right now. This is just hilarious. Elizabeth Warren. I told them not to mess with Warren and Cripbot friends, and it's just so funny. Like just graffitiing the White House. It's so stupid. Like I said, these are stupid, but stupid wins. And it was a small market cap. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going into it. I already had the mindset that I was going to lose the money that I put into it. It's already doing well. So I'm excited to see what happens with these. But another one that I told you guys about, I said, let's put horn gains towards John Deaton's campaign. Wouldn't that be funny? Like everybody hates her. So I think that that's what makes this extra hilarious. And just the name itself, Horan, is hilarious. So this one I spoke about a couple times actually, bee cat. There are a lot of different bee cats out there. There's banana cat and just a bunch of other ones. The bee cat that I'm tweeting about is Beam Cat. It's the first meme on Beam. And as Sistine Research pointed out, he said, you'll soon understand. Let's pull this up. The strongest narratives are meme coins, AI, and gaming. If you can get a combo of the 2 out of 3, it is a winner. Beam is a gaming chain. Therefore, BeatCat is a gaming meme coin. Cool. Listen, this guy called Trump at the bottom made people so much money, like stupid gains, right? So I'm thinking he puts this out. A lot of that Trump money is going to flow back into BCAT. Somebody today did a $100,000 purchase of BCAT. $100,000. Like, guys, wow. So that's pretty bullish. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking at that one. It was, I don't want to say it's like hard to buy. It just requires some swapping and bridging, but make sure you go to the right one if you're gonna do it. Go to actually the on Beamcat Twitter because they have a step-by-step bridging guide. So I had to send AVAX to my AVAX wallet on MetaMask. I had to go to Trader Joe's, swap that for some Beam, bridge over both my Beam and my AVAX over to Beam Network. Of course, you have to add Beam Network to your MetaMask and then add the BeamCat token, then use their swap. Totally cool. But it just takes a couple steps. But a lot of times these tokens, it's worth doing. So already in profits on that, it's doing really, really well. Yeah, every day I'm getting a CoinGecko alert telling me that I'm making profits. So I'm excited. These are exciting times, guys. I think initially I put $2,500 into it. So that's what, you know, and I have not sold one yet. So fingers crossed, do a Hail Mary. That was my comfort zone. So let's see how it goes. All right, back to the markets. Let me see what else I have on here I wanted to show you. Oh, there's one that's interesting. I did not get this yet. It's called Bite. It's Elon's dog. So kind of interesting. Let's see what's going on with that one. I just heard about it. All right, that one's down 8% today. Not pumping. Like I said, I don't know anything about the team. I don't know if it's a rug. The only reason I did not get this is because it's an Ethereum token. Like if I had a ton of extra ETH and I didn't mind the gas fees, I would probably jump in that dip right now. But that's just not me. It does have a $49 million market cap already, but I mean, it's meme season. It could pump. Elon's dog, Bite, has a nice name. So that one's on my radar. When Solana and When have also been really hot. Llama. All right, it's up 23% today. Not bad. Let's see where we're at. Holy wow. Yeah. So Llama's done really, really well. You guys have made some great gains on that. I'm sorry, does that say 24,000% in a year? Wow, congratulations if you got into Llama. I did not. And I don't know if I'll get into that. It's not the right time for me to get into that. If I was going to get into that, I would have gotten in a little dippy dip, but that's okay. At least it's on your radar. And let me see what else. Oh, let's check out When. You know, I'm a degen, guys. I got to tell you all these degen things. Was I not sharing this the whole freaking time? Was I really not? I really was not. Oh, shit. I'd be doing this stuff. Okay, so when down 6% today, let's see. It's not doing bad. It's actually a nice little dip. I might go into more when. I really like when. Oh, somebody on the side here. I don't read these side comments. I could care less who's bearish, who's bullish on it. I like when. I think it's performing well. I think it has good potential, but it's already a $200 million market cap. That's why I'm going into these other degen tokens, guys. That's why I'm going into them. I'm also into gaming tokens, and there's a few I haven't checked up on that I've looked at before. No, not Cappy Network. Cap Games. See if I can find Cap Games. Ooh, had a good day. Okay, so still a relatively small market cap, 15.9 million. It's up to 12 cents. I picked this up a while back and just forgot about it. So, and I'm not even sure what my entry was, but I'm pretty sure I'm up because it's up 95% in a month. It's funny because when you get these, you have them spread out everywhere in all different wallets. Guys, that's what I'm telling you. Merlin Crypto Tracker is amazing to keep track of all of your stuff. Okay. Like you can enter in or link all of your wallets and you can see everything in one place. So it makes it a lot easier because otherwise I'm going to this wallet, to that wallet to check. So if you want to try Merlin Crypto Tracker free for 30 days, I do have a link down below. All right. So Cap Games is cool. Only a $15.9 million market cap. I think this one's built on Polygon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Let's see. Cap Games Web3. I feel like this one was Polygon. Anywho, and the last one that I want to check out that I haven't followed up on in a couple streams, Lit Labs. Lit Labs had a good day. So it seems like gaming is starting to pop back up again. Had a little rest and people are starting to discover these lower market cap. This is another low market cap, $8 million market cap. So lit with 2 T's, Labs, if you're into that. I picked that up on Mexi, sitting at 3 cents right now, up 259% for the year. Ooh. See, I'm a trader. I like that yearly chart because that to me looks really, really good. Like a nice flag. Like we could get a breakout soon. But also, what I personally think when something has a really, really low market cap, it is hard to do really accurate TA. Joe might disagree, but that's just what I think. Let me go ahead over here and check the chat, see what's up. Yes, Soul is a chain. I have a filter. Much love. Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, guys, stuff that you want to see, put them in the comments below because I'm going to bring up Joe soon and he's going to go through and we're going to do the fun, nerdy TA stuff that I love to do because I think it's super important that you guys get education and value and that we can help provide that for you is huge. And I just absolutely love to learn from Joe. He is just one of my favorite people in this space. So definitely follow him, check him out. He's going to be coming on. Oh, yes. Expector launch is coming up. Who has land in Expector? I do. I'm so excited. I have some in Tokyo, but I was thinking of maybe downsizing and getting someplace in New York too, so I could have both. But I am so excited for that. Okay, I do want to hop over. We're going to just check out and see what's going on. We have to see what's going on for the rest of the week. I'm going to see what is up with the Forex Factory calendar. So any traders in the house know we got to be careful when we see some red folders. Why? Because the market gets a little shaky. Anything could happen, right? The report comes out, it's no bueno. You could have a beautiful setup and then boom, a scam wig, something dumps. It just, you have to be careful. So tomorrow we don't have any to worry about, which leads me to also believe that maybe today was our dumpy Sunday, which wasn't even too dumpy. And maybe tomorrow's an up day. Tuesday, we have 3 red folders. They're all core CPI. And if you guys go onto Forex Factory calendar, you can pull all of this up. Why traders care. So this one would be food and energy prices. Consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation. Inflation is important to currency valuation because of rising prices lead to central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for the inflation containment mandate. So at least you're aware that those are going on Wednesday. I think we just have one. Yeah, so Thursday we have 4. So just be careful this week, okay? Just something to keep in mind. Ooh, liquidation heat maps. Your lungs are getting liquidated. Okay, so I personally, Joe and I disagree on this, but I think this is not the time for me personally. This is not investment advice to keep a tight stop loss. I think lower leverage with not a tight stop loss is the thing to do because we're fluctuating way too much. But that's just me. I get in and I leave my trades alone or I add to them when they're down. I have, it works for me. It's what I like to do. But be careful out there. All right. So our homeboy can't get enough Bitcoin. Michael Saylor says we need more. We need more. He compared what is going on right now to the gold rush. So he's like, listen, I've got to come up with a way that we can get $600 million worth of Bitcoin. So he is going to do that. The company is set to issue convertible notes. MicroStrategy is going to do that. A short-term debt that can be converted into equity in the future to add more coins to its 193,000 Bitcoin holdings. All the Bitcoin, guys. Michael Saylor wants all your Bitcoin. BlackRock wants all your Bitcoin. All the big boys do. Get your hands on some Bitcoin, not financial advice. BlackRock filed an amendment with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to incorporate Bitcoin exposure in its Strategic Income Opportunities Fund. The fund currently has $36.5 billion in assets under management. I don't understand how you could not be bullish right now. Like, how could you not? This is insane. I think this is going to be like something we've never seen before. This bull run should get crazy. And we're right here making all of the monies. All the money. Right here. I think it's so crazy. He compares it to it's the Bitcoin gold rush era. Well, I don't disagree with you there, Michael Saylor. I typically don't agree with you on anything, but with that, I could agree. It really seems that way. So 600 milli, that's a lot. If you weren't following, the SEC pushed back. BlackRock, Fidelity spot Ethereum ETF proposals. So the US delayed its decision to approve or reject BlackRock and Fidelity's spot Ether ETFs. The regulator first delayed its decision on the crypto ETF applications in January. Shortly after, it approved a roster of Bitcoin ETFs, and we know that. The SEC can delay its decision up to 3 times. Did not know that. But now we know. And last article I want to show you before I give Joe the stage. Bitcoin's bullish horizon. Tom Lee forecasts $150,000 target. He thinks that this is going to happen within the next 12 to 18 months. I wouldn't mind. My only gripe is that I don't have enough. But hey, we can't complain. We had how long to accumulate? The prediction suggests a roughly 117% increase from its current standing, captured against the backdrop of Bitcoin's role as a safeguard against fiscal instability. Wow. I mean, I've heard so many different predictions, but it's amazing to see all these high-profile people, saying this, and it's all over mainstream media. So, I mean, pretty big stuff. All right. I am going to pop over. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Guess who just popped in? Listen, not only do I have Joe, but I also have another guest that just popped in I had no idea about. All right. So What's up, Trade Intuition? How are you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing real good. Yourself?
Well, I'm doing amazing. So we also have, and I can't wait to do your TA and hop into it. So thank you for coming on and doing that. I always appreciate it. I know everybody loves it. And we also have the one and only Mr. Johnny Crypto in the house. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, girl? How are you doing, Joe? What's going on, buddy?
Doing good, doing good.
You know what I find? There's no more NFL football on Sunday nights, Jen. I got to do something with my time. Like, you know what? I'm going to hop on and see how my girl Jen is doing.
I love it. I love it, Johnny. Well, we're just about to pull up the charts and start getting
Ooh.
into them. And you know what? I told everybody, you know what I told them? I said, listen, when you're getting into all these different tokens and you got wallets all over, you need to try Merlin because that is the best way for you to access everything. I told him, Johnny.
Yep. And you know what, Jen? If they were smart, they'd listen to you. And I'm not sure if the link is below, but I know it is on Jenna's. And they should get on Jenna's plan and hop on Merlin and be able to have all your coins in one place. And you're going to be very, very happy when you can see what's going up and what's going down.
Speaking of up and down, all right, Joe, the floor is yours. Tell us what we're looking at. What is going on with Bitcoin?
All right. Right now, Bitcoin, of course, is doing stuff that I didn't think it was ready to do. I was really wanting to come down, like I said last time back in December. That didn't happen. Same thing here. Once it was in this nice zone. Now, it's really easy to say after the fact, oh, well, that was a bump and run, or that was a this and that after the fact. But when you're in the trade, in that motion, in that time, you don't know what's going to happen. It's at resistance. More than likely it should come down because it's resistance. But if it does break above, well, then it acts as support, and then it should gain support. But it's so funny how all these, gurus or whatever you want to call them, oh, yeah, that was a bump and run. Like, you didn't see that? No, nobody saw that. Not at the time. After the fact, oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it broke through the trend line. And so we're over here. When this was happening, we were at this resistance. We'll zoom in just a moment. But we were at this resistance. And I was like, man, I would absolutely, this is, of course, a dream. But I would love for Bitcoin to retrace, come down here to around this area, about 46, 43, and then, of course, work its way up. And then this is when, in my opinion, at this time, everything would just blow up. More than it is. Like right now, it's just a sneak peek of what we're going to see. Just I'm excited. I'm so excited. Now, so I sold some Bitcoin right in here, right when it was at this resistance. Not all of it, but just some. And then what did it do? It went up. But so I'm glad I held some. But once again, it was at resistance, so it just makes sense. But after the fact, and one thing that I do is I always try to leave my lines here. That way, I'm not one of those people where they give you a plan A and a plan B, and they erase their plan B so they can say, look, guys, plan A planned out. I'm not one of those. Like, I show you my wins, I show you my losses, I show you my thought process before, during, and after the fact, unlike so many others where they only show you after the fact and then they don't tell you about their other plan. So with me, I'm very honest and very straightforward. I let you know my thought process at the time of the thought process. And that's super important too. Not to keep on going about this, but that's super important because I have so many people, especially today, Joe, like, what am I doing wrong? Like this and this. I said, dude, no, that was a good play. That was a good call. You don't know that it was going to go up, or you don't know it was going to go down. Nobody knows. Granted, we have support, resistance, trend lines, but it could change. We're trading against people, like right now, everybody's into those meme coins, and those are just going crazy. It could be at resistance. It doesn't care. It can just continue going. Now, speaking about resistance, Bitcoin, 69, this is where it's at. Do I think it's going to come down? Right now, everybody's super bullish. We had this, of course, a little bit of sell-off. Everybody panicked. Liquidation. All this is liquidation. Just liquidating people. Do I think it's going to go up? Yes, I sure do. Do I want it to come down? Even more so. Because I think that's going to give the cooling off period that it needs. It's going to slow down a little bit. And then everything's going to take off. Altcoins, everything. Bitcoin dominance is going to come down pretty hard. Bitcoin's going to go up very hard. And, of course, the alts are going to do 20, 40x within time, of course, not in a day. So this is the range I'm looking at, right around 69 to 65.5. This is the range. If it stays in this range, good. What it needs to do, it needs to trade in this range for a little bit. This would be the cooling off period. Then, of course, once it breaks up, hopefully find support right at 69 and then continue up. Once it breaks the level of its previous high, most recent high, I think we're going to do very well. Now, that's scenario A. Scenario B is we lose this level, and then we come into this smaller level that we were in for just a few days. This is a fairly weak level, but that level is 62.9 to 61. And same scenario. Hopefully it stays in here, but hopefully it breaks up. And then it gets in this level again and then continues up. But that's pretty much my thought process on Bitcoin. It's just level by level. You know, that's all we can do. And do I think it's going to continue higher? Quite possible. Quite possible. Just because all the FOMO. It needs to come down, though. That's my thoughts.
Hey, Joe, for us hopefuls who really were hoping to get another shot at 30K, it looks like we're not seeing 36. Or no, we're not seeing that, are we, anymore?
My dream back in December, right around here, because I drew a fib and everything.
Yep.
My dream was from here to, oops, let me go back to this. And make sure my magnet tool's on. My dream was from here to here. This is this December. And this right here would have been really nice, right around 29, 30-ish.
Yeah.
And that did not happen. And I was so hoping for it, but it did not happen. And this is the part where my buddy, you know, we go on, you know, pretty long talks as far as tech TA and everything. He said, yeah, Joe, like, you didn't see that? That's bump and run. I said, nobody saw that, man. I said, nobody sees it when you're right here at resistance. And then you have another, because, okay, I'm going to show you something. And this is what they love to do. They love to talk after the fact.
Yeah.
Right here, we see, I don't know about you, but I see a double top.
Double top right there.
Yep,
absolutely.
That's a double top. That's bearish.
Couldn't ask for a better M-looking double top than that.
That's bearish. We just got it to come down here, break the neckline. And then what happens?
It held.
We're doing it.
Yep.
And then this happens.
There you go.
Well, now because they trade patterns, well, Joe, you don't see this trend line? This trend line is right here. It's super obvious. Well, yeah, now it's obvious. You know, there's a trend line, broke out of this resistance. Main thing is resistance and trend line. Okay, fine. And then it starts doing this. So once it started gaining support here, now, okay, this is invalid. Now we're going to this. But nobody can see this until after this happens.
Yeah, so after.
But they love doing that, though. They love doing, oh, yeah, you know, this is when you should have done this. You didn't see this bull pennant? Look, there's a bull pennant. But what would have happened if it, well, you see that. What would have happened if it would have broke out of the bull pennant and come down? Well, no, it's no longer a bull pennant. It's a high and then either a double top or a lower high. They always change the narrative. They always change the narrative.
You know, it's easy to be Monday morning quarterback, right, Joe? Everybody could be a Monday morning quarterback, but be a Sunday afternoon quarterback, and that's the hard part. You know, and it's unfortunate. You know, one of the things I look at in this space, Jenna, is I've been saying it for a while. It feels like we're in a different ballgame, right, Joe? I mean, we got the big boys. We got the big boys here to play. And so what I tell everybody is expect the unexpected. If you think it's going to do something, it's probably going to do the opposite because that's how the big boys run things. And frankly, like everybody's telling me, and Joe, I'd love to hear your opinion. I keep hearing all the experts saying, well, we need Bitcoin to pull back. It'd be very bad if Bitcoin keeps going up. But
you want to hear TradeFly then?
Yeah.
Not me.
So this thing's got to, so what do you think? Can this thing just keep going up, or are we gonna? Do we need to get a pullback here before we can?
I've been saying this since December. We need that pullback. Like we desperately need it, and the main reason is just so it cools off.
Yep.
And then people can people can start, you know, it going sideways. They get boring for maybe a month.
Yep.
And then it starts picking up, and then all the excitement comes in. We were just at 69. We're gonna get to 125 or 145. Now all the bullishness comes in, all the FOMO comes in, all the new money comes in. Then that's when it takes off. But right now, I mean, like, I think we're running out of fumes. Could we continue going? Yes, because the FOMO only finishes when the FOMO finishes.
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
But I mean, we need it to come down. I want it. I've been looking for it for what, 3 months now, and I'm still waiting. So we'll see. And I'm very bullish on the whole, you know, market and everything. But I know what needs to happen. It needs to cool off so that we can get that strength, that second win. and then get ready. Lace up your shoes because it's gonna be a long run. So
The problem is that after this bull run, I honestly don't think that we will ever see the volatility that we have now, right? Once the big guys completely get in, I mean, they don't want volatility like that, honestly. But like, look at this chart right now. It looks like a meme chart, like a meme coin. Honestly, it really does. It's insane. I can't wrap my head around it, honestly.
A pullback to this area would be so nice.
Oh,
A pullback to that area would be so nice. But I mean, it's just like, is it going to happen? And now, as far as like the big money coming in, of course, they're going to take over Bitcoin. They're going to, or own them, a lot of it. Same thing with Ethereum will probably be the next one. But as far as like all the volatility for us, I mean, we still have the smaller coins. We got the meme coins. We can make a crap load of money. We still got, all the other ones as well. So I think we'll be all right. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, can you take a look at Shiba Inu for me, please?
Yeah.
I was long in that. Actually, I still have my long open. I really liked it, but I just want to know what you're seeing.
Let me go to this defaults.
And I see somebody saying, and I looked, XRP was indeed crashing. Well, if it is, not financial advice, but enjoy that dip.
Yeah. So this one I would not be in. I would actually sell right now, just because it broke this neckline. And that's what I actually did with my Litecoin.
Looks like that double top you just showed us on Bitcoin, though.
Yep. That's what I did with my Litecoin too. I had bought some. Well, I had transferred some over, and I saw it come down. I was like, oh man, I should sell it. And it started coming up. Okay, I'm not going to sell it. But granted, it still looks weak, and this would be my sell. And then it started coming down again. It's like, let me sell it. So I just sold it. But yeah, looking at Shiba, it broke this level already. I would sell. And it's okay. Like if you're in a loss, it's okay. Because it's better to have a loss of this than a loss of 20, 30%. Now, I do want to touch up on that. You mentioned, because we were talking earlier in reference to stop losses. I just opened up another Mexi account to where I'm going to trade on there, but not have any stop losses. I'm thinking of a title for this new YouTube series, whether it's no losses, bull run, not taking any loss. I don't know what to think of it, but as far as the name, but I need to think of a name. But what I'm going to do is, let's say I entered Shiba and it's coming down. I don't care. I'm going to wait, let it come down 20, 30%, whatever it wants to do. And because I know right now we're at the beginning of the bull run. So for me personally, because and I've been getting stopped out on a few of my trades, 15, 18%. And then they go, just like how you were saying earlier, then they go 30, 40%. And so normally I don't adjust to this type of volatility until like mid bull run. Because right now it's usually, going up 30, 40, come back maybe 12, 15. Going up 30, 40, come back maybe 12, 15. But like we've seen the past maybe week or two or a few weeks where it just comes down good 20, 25%, shoots right back on up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, I just transferred over some money to one account. And on that one, I'm not going to sell anything. If it comes down and I see the bounce, I'm just buying. And I've never done that for an entire bull run. Well, I was only in the last bull run. But what I was doing, I was buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. Now, my plan, let's just say I'm in this trade. And I bought it, let's say here, the break. It went up, it came down, found support, great. I entered here on the 4 hour. I entered here on the 4 hour. Now it's coming down. It's like, crap, doesn't look good. I just wait. And I wait for it to retrace, let it do its thing. Once it finds support, then I just add. Because it's only a loss when you sell. Now, one of my mentors said, man, Joe, that's horrible advice. Like, that's horrible. It is horrible if you're starting the bear market and you need that money for a trade. You got two examples. One, I had VRA and I held it like a dummy. I was staking it. Then I was going to unstake it, but it was already too late. Everything had already dropped. I was going to lose 30%. I put a lot of money in it. And I was like, I can't stomach 30%. Went down 40 during the bear market. Went down 40, 50, 70, 80%. I was like, there is no way I'm going to sell it at 80% loss. I'm just going to hold it. I kept on staking it. I got a lot of coins during this bear market. And Come bull market, November 2025, I tell everybody I'm selling everything. I don't even care if people are saying extended bull market, extended cycle. I don't care. They tricked me last time, not this time. Now, that was one of them. So even though I was down so much because I didn't need that money to trade, when I do sell it, it's going to be at a huge profit. Another example is LAI, Layer AI. I bought that one in December. I was following some YouTuber and they said it was a moonbag pick and everything else. I bought it. Sure enough, a week or two later, I checked my moonbag pick and it was down 20%. I was like, ouch, that hurts. I said, but I'm not having a stop loss. I'm going to hold it because I know we're at the beginning. And even if it does come down, it's going to curve up. So I held it. I checked it again, 30%, 40. I went all the way down at 50%. I'm like, man, I got so tempted to sell it. But I was like, because I could easily go into another trade and make that money that I lost. And I said, no. I said, I'm going to leave it there and I'll wait a few months. See, hopefully it comes up. If not, maybe next paycheck or whatever, I'll throw some more money in it. Sure enough, like 2 weeks ago, I think we were on the stream. It had gone up a little bit. I was real happy that I was plus 20. Then I saw it, looked at it again, I was plus 100. I saw it again, I was plus 200. I think I looked at it like 2-3 days ago, I was plus 300. So just think about it. If I would have sold it, I would have sold it at a 50% loss.
Mhm.
Instead, I held it. And I'm going to continue to hold it. Hopefully it gives me a 10, 20x. I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be my plan. Now, granted, of course, I post a lot of charts and help a lot of people. I will be posting like 2 different ways because it depends on the trader, depends on you. Are you okay with waiting? If you're not, if you need that money to be in another trade to make more money, then don't do this style of trading. There's so many different ways to trade. It just depends on your style, your comfort level, your financial situation, just everything. So any
I
information that
will
we give out, right?
I will
Any information we
sit.
give out, it's not financial advice.
Yeah, like no, I will sit in a losing trade for a month, 2 months until it comes up so I do not have to take an L. Like
Right.
if I don't believe it's going to zero and I know the market that we're in, I would feel more insecure being in a short that I can't get out of than a long in this market. That's just me.
Yeah, and I agree completely. And before, I would always, but again, it depends on where we're at in the market. If we're in the bear market or already kind of close to the end of the bull market, yes, definitely have stop losses. Definitely, what at that time it may be like 20-30% stop losses because we still may get that really big, dip and then come back up. But there's so many different ways and styles of trading, and especially depends on where you're at in the cycle. But as far as like the bear market, yep, I'm gonna have stop losses and they're gonna be tight, 10, because I don't want to lose. I don't want to wait. Now I'll short it, on the way down, but I'm not gonna hold it all the way down. I'll just wait. But one mistake, and I have to say this, I will tell you my wins, my losses, my mistakes, my things that I've learned. One mistake that I did, and people were telling me, Joe, buy 2022. You got to buy. You got to buy. It's like, no, because I know it's going to come down. And the people who did buy, well, they were down 80, 90% by the time I talked to them the following year. So sure enough, what I'm going to do next, I already have this planned. And you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. Next bear market, 6 to 8 months prior to the halving date, I'm going to start buying. This time I messed up. Next time I won't. So I'm going to start buying and just holding and pretty much have the same mindset. Just buy when it comes down lower. I don't care. Buy some more.
That's it. You got to buy when it feels ugly. Buy when there's blood on the street.
Right.
You have to buy when you don't want to buy.
Right.
This is the game. It's that
Right.
simple. When your brain tells you to do something, if you can only train yourself to do the opposite, you'd be a we'd all be multi-millionaires because the game is rigged to do the game works the opposite the way it feels. And that's
Right.
right. It feels good to buy when it's going up, but that's when you're supposed to sell. And it feels horrible to buy when nobody wants to buy it and there's uncertainty, right? But that's the time when millionaires are made. And that's what we're trying to teach here, Joe. So I agree with you. For me, this was my first bull run in 2021 and first bear market in 2022. 22 and 23. And boy, am I glad I DCA'd into a lot of this stuff, because I'll tell you right
Right.
now, it's all starting to pay off. But
Yes.
I ain't going to lie to you. I've been struggling. Like, I've sold a couple because Merlin's getting my sell points, and I've been sticking to my gun. But it's
Right.
hard because I know we're in the beginning of a bull run that we're going. So I'm selling like little crumbs here and there because I'm waiting for, we're not even freaking halving yet. We're still pre-halving, right?
I know it. I know it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I would have never thought that. Based on the last one, we dipped, 2-3 months prior to, had a little bit of a run up, then we had our little dip, then it came down a little bit more, and then we took off. Here, where's the dip? And that's why I keep on staring at the chart. Like, when are you going to come down? And it keeps on going up.
And the funny thing is, Joe, as crazy as it's going to sound, it may not pull back. Think about it. For the first time ever.
I've been thinking about it for 3 months.
For the first time ever in 15 years, we have a legitimate Bitcoin ETF asset that the whole globe wants a piece of.
Right.
Think about that. You've got to start of something. In the past, where it's just us geek and nerds playing in the sandbox and there were no elites here, and once we run out of money, that's it. Okay, it's going to pull back.
Right.
There's an endless, I don't want to say there's an endless supply of money, but there is a supply of money out there that hasn't really found its way here yet.
Right.
It's still coming.
Oh, yeah.
So we may not see these pullbacks. I literally just fished the world water guy. He's like, I'm waiting for it to pull back. I said, you know what, dude? Don't wait. I said, he wanted to invest a certain amount of money. I said, take 50%.
Yeah.
Put it in Bitcoin right now, because it may not come back. I've been waiting for it to pull back, Joe, since the last time I met you. We're hoping for 36. And guess what? Now I'm sitting there going, God damn it, I should have bought it.
I tell you what. I was on well, no, I don't remember if I was on the show then, Piper Academy, or if he had done it afterwards. So it might be like a week or two ago. He gave some really deep thought process and analysis on Bitcoin. He talked about like the pullback, and he went through the cycles and everything. I mean, this dude's a genius, I think. And he said that the pullback that we did have, which was around, I forget what he said, like 20 or some percent. He said that is probably what equates to what our normal, 30, 40, well, 40% pullback is. But because the money is coming in and all the ETFs and everything else, that pullback is probably the pullback that everybody is waiting for, but it already happened.
Right.
He gave some like really great technical analysis on that, and I saw that, and I saw all the numbers adding up. It's like, okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. So yeah.
Ooh, I mean, I know you don't do the FA, but I've been reading. Everything you're reading is extremely bullish right now, and all of the big guys coming in. And honestly, every time I hear Gary Cardone, I'm like, oh my God, if I, wasn't already bullish, you just made me even more bullish.
Right.
I swear I'm not over here turning into a Bitcoin maxi, but you can't ignore this. Like, it's just so big. You cannot turn an eye to it. Like, I don't care, what tokens you're into. This is Mac Daddy #1, and everything else absolutely follows. So it's super important to know what it's doing. But at one point, there's going to be, everybody has their selling point, to where the little guys are out. Like, what are your dreams? What are your hopes? The wife, like, hey, we have enough money. Let's retire. Are you crazy? Why are you still holding this? You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things until where institutions have most of it. So I think that it's one of those things that if you're able to get and hold on to now, to be able to pass down to your children, that's huge. I don't, because they're going to be talking about, oh, wow, our parents had a chance to buy this at $50,000 and now it's over $1 million. And, so that's honestly where I think it's going.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I really do believe now we are, think about it. This is the first time ever, guys, in our lifetime, Joe and yours, and in Jen and yours, and in mine, that we finally have an asset that has a finite value. Think about it. Fiat, they ain't got no finite value. They print that son of a bitch every single day. They're making more of that, right?
Right.
Gold and silver, you can mine 2 to 3% of it every year. It's more of it. Real estate, you can keep building new houses more. But Bitcoin, listen, none of us here are, well, I don't know about you, Joe, but Jen and I are not maxes at Bitcoin by far. In fact, I'm pissed off. I wish I was. Because the reality, I wish I was. I was stupid going to the XRP. I don't know what I was thinking. But the reality, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. XRP will have its day too. But the point is, Joe, think about this, and Jenna, we have, for the first time ever in our lifetimes, a finite value asset that if the world decides they want it, 6 billion people, 7 billion people Only about 50% actually invest. So let's say 3 billion people. Maybe half of them will invest. 2 or 1.5 billion people chasing 21 million coins. It
Right.
will not surprise me if this son of a bitch is sitting in the millions 5 to 10 years from now.
And think of how many million are already lost, or they're
Yeah.
on wallets that people have lost their access to, lost their keys, or gone, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's a lot that's lost and never coming back.
Yep. You are spot on, Jenna. That is so true. No question about it. So will they get it back? Will they find ways? I don't know, but man, I'll tell you, it is. You said something that's important. Our kids are going to look back at us someday, Jenna. And they're going to say, "Mom, Dad, what the hell were you thinking? How did you not buy any Bitcoin?" Because then they're only going to be able to buy Satoshis. They're only going to be able to see Satoshi. I do want to see a chart, Jenna, if I could chime in there.
Yeah.
The AI sector is extremely hot right now, Joe. Maybe you
Yes.
can take us through and pull up, like, I know FET is like skyrocketing and did a 20x. I'm not so sure, or maybe a 10x. I'm not so sure. Is this a good time to sell, or do you think this it's in discovery? It's broken through its all high market cap, but I'm just curious, how much higher do you think this bad boy can go? Because I know there's a lot of people in AI, and FET has been kind of leading the way in that space.
Yeah, Fed is going to be super huge.
Whew,
And this one, I believe that, I mean, you can buy it now and just hold it. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Okay, this is one that we.
Oh, looks like you did it already.
Yeah, I think this is. Oh, I did this on a YouTube live stream.
Mm.
So we said, enter right now 33%, just because it might come down. Continue coming up from the live stream. It went up about 40%. And then we've been following it. And then, so this was done a few days ago. And then either I talked about it this morning or yesterday, and then we moved up our stop loss. So we got about 25, 26%. That's good. But let me go ahead and clear all this.
Yeah, what's the upside potential look like on this bad boy? What do you think?
What's the market cap? Because that's really important. What's the market cap?
So the market cap on this one, I think, was around 2. Let me just double check it. I'll let you know in a second. I want to say it was around 2 billion or 4 billion. Hold on a second. Let's see. So the market cap, 2.3 billion right now. There it is. 2.3 billion. And in the last bull run, it got up to 520 million. It's already 4x'd the market cap of the prior bull run, Joe. How crazy is that?
It's crazy. And we haven't even started. I mean, we just barely started.
I know.
But in reference to like how many X's this can do, and that's where it gets really tricky, because easy 2 to 4, but because of the AI, because of all the stuff that this project does, 10. I mean,
wow.
That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy with the market, with the amount of market cap, but I mean, anything's possible. Anything.
That did not even have a retracement.
Yeah, like it just keeps on going, and it'll retrace maybe 20%, just to stop us out, and it'll keep on going. So, like for this, if we were to do this one, of course, I'd wait. I would wait till just barely right here. I mean, it's so close. So we'll do this. We'll do YouTube ? And that's just for me. So when I know when to enter, based off of the YouTube one. But I would just wait. Right now, it's underneath the 9 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. It would be really great if it would retrace down to here. I don't see that happening though. It's too strong. It's way too, like, the momentum. This is what you want to see. You want to see slow and steady going up, going sideways, going up, going. This is perfect. Now, if it were to come down, like, we would all be very lucky. And then we're looking at entering right around, I'd say 2.57. That would be a really great entry, but I don't think that's going to happen.
So around 250 for people listening.
About 260.
260, somewhere in that range. And you're thinking the upside potential has a 10x still from this? You're thinking this could go to 20 bucks?
I say 4x easy.
4x, okay.
But I mean, the most, maybe 10. But I mean, it's all speculation. Like,
of course.
And the reason I say that is because of the project, because of the AI, because of all the stuff they have behind it. Man, like this one would not be a bad choice to hold. Now here, this is why I asked about the because I was like 2.1 or something like that as far as billion. This is when it comes to, is this going to make you more money than a smaller AI coin? Probably not. But this is a much safer one because one, they already have the market cap. One, they already have all the hype. One, they already have, the real nice price action. And two, because of the price action and everything else, a bunch of big YouTubers and influencers and everybody else are going to be talking about this. Not only that, but I get a lot of newsletters, and almost every single person who I subscribe to talk about FET. And they've been talking about FET for the past 3 months. As far as all their projects and everything they're doing, this is one coin. If you want a safe bet, again, nothing financial advice here. If you want a safe bet or safe investment, I should say, then this one I believe is a good one. Like this is going to be one of my long-term holds. I haven't bought any yet, and I'm kicking myself because, like I said, 6-8 months ago I should have been starting buying, and I heard about this one and just didn't do it. However, never do the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome. And yes, I said woulda twice.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that, because what that does is it makes you have the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, and in that order or not in the order, FUD, and you start FOMOing, and you start having all these emotions. Trade it level by level. You missed out on 200%. Who cares? Can you make another 200? Yeah. Be happy for the gains that you get. Don't look at your neighbor and say, wow, they have a bigger house or they have a better car or whatever.
Right.
Just be happy what you get. Here,
Gratitude.
what we can do.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
gratitude.
so right.
That's
Every gain I get, I swear to you, like I thank God, I thank the universe. I'm like, you know what? This is small. I'm grateful. Like I'll be at Target and I walk by that laundry detergent and I'm like, I made that in a quick scalp, like in and out, like a robbery. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that I have the ability and knowledge to do that. But I'll be honest. Do you think that in the 2021 cycle, like, because if you pull back with Fetch, I'll be honest, I looked at the chart before in AGIX and I thought, this chart looks like shit. These aren't doing anything. You know what I mean? And do you think the AI was too soon for the AI narrative in those bull runs? Because it didn't do, what everything else was doing. And I honestly thought that I was so early to the AI narrative. Maybe it was old news. I don't know. So I didn't, I
you're
kind of
right.
missed
And
this
that's
train.
another thing. No, you're right. And that's another thing that people have to look at too. Like when they're looking at coins, like, all these coins that have already had the news, have already had all the partnerships with, Sony and Walmart and, just all these big companies, like they've already had that. So the newer coins that come in, they get that partnerships or, whatever brand deals, those are going to far exceed the other one. Even though the other one's more established, this one's going to have more hype because now they just got that partnership. But I do agree with you as far as, because right now, if the AI would have been popping right now as opposed to when it did, these numbers would be 5-10x easy, just because of all the hype. But yeah,
shows you the power. Shows you the power of the narrative, right? The narrative.
I know, like with AGIX, because I attended a Liberland event and was talking to one of the ladies, and then I go, who is part of the project, and then I go down the rabbit hole and you start clicking around on LinkedIn, and I realize all the strong connections that they have to the World Economic Forum and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this will probably do well.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute. We have like 300 viewers on X right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We're on YouTube live chatting, so if you want to hop in the live chat and see charts, then click the link on my bio and you can come over to my YouTube, or it's Jenna X Media. We are over here, so you can hop in the live chat. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I see Beam Cat in the house. I just love that little kitty. Luke is asking for Happy. Do you guys know of that one? I don't know this one.
HAPPI?
HAPI.
Oh, HAPI. No, I haven't heard of that one.
Happy and you know it? Happy
when you know.
Hoppy Poppy.
So it's HAPI?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
This is a privacy coin. This has 1 million circulate, or 1 million total. I got into this coin when it was $100. I'm not going to look at the price yet. I got into this coin in 2021. It was $100 per coin, And I bought several of them because it was privacy. They only had 1 million, and I could only buy it on Gate.io. So let us see what it was.
I've never even heard
Only
of this
$7.
thing. Oh,
Hey,
you didn't get
okay.
totally rugged? Look.
No, because it was way lower than that. Last time I
Wow.
looked.
So you bought this at 100, you said?
Yeah, $100.
And we're
They
at
made
six.
the
But I sold them. I sold them because Gate.io, they were saying that,
What's that double bottom there? Look at that perfect W. Oh
Mhm.
my God, that is a
Mhm.
perfect.
that's a booty
Mhm.
bottom.
Look at it.
That
That's a Kardashian. Is that a Kardashian? Is that a, yeah?
That's
You
a
know,
Kardashian right
In
there.
the
That's a
Kardashian bounce.
big ass Kardashian buttocks right there. If I ever see one. But
Yeah. So right now on this one,
$8.
of course I wouldn't enter. It's right underneath resistance on the weekly.
Yeah.
But this one, once it breaks this level, we're looking at some nice gains. Looking at some real nice gains. Like all this right here was just dump city, and this one it took a really hard hit. Here's me. This is me right here. That's
Yeah. We've
that's
all
me.
been there, by the way, Joe.
Yeah.
We all know that
But I
feeling.
was lucky though. I was lucky because I sold it. Well, I was forced to sell it because I had to get off the exchange. Like around $85 per
Okay.
token. So I didn't get
They
too
did
bad.
you a favor. You did
Yes.
good. Yeah, you saved,
Yeah.
you salvaged the
Yeah,
bulk of it.
they really did. So this one, if they're looking for a long-term trade, I would strongly recommend, once again, nothing's financial advice, but once it gets around 31.58 and find support, more than likely on the 4-hour time frame, your first target, we can go right around 73%. And then if you're gonna hold it, you're gonna hold it. And I do like this one. Again, privacy is gonna, it's gonna be a narrative, hot again. We can go as much as 225.
Wow.
And but now this is not gonna take a month or two. You're looking at uh maybe the whole bull cycle. Nobody knows.
Do you
Yeah,
think
privacy
people
point narrative. Oh, sorry, John.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna get on to, John. Do you think people care with privacy coins like, hey,
Yes. Yes.
they're being delisted?
Now there's a lot of people.
that
There's a lot of people
narrative?
there's a lot of people that they just want to make money, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's more people though that want to make money and know what the coin's about. So that's when that's a benefit of doing a little bit of FA or fundamental analysis with TA, technical analysis. And but right now, is it ready? No, it's not. There's a lot of people that do love privacy coins. A lot of people.
I think the
So
problem is with the privacy coin is I think a lot of that air in the room is going to get sucked out because of, around AI. I think the bull run narrative we're going to have is going to be around AI, big data, gaming, and tokenization. And I don't know if there's going to be any more room in the air in the room for these other narratives. The way we've
What do
had
you
in
think
the
about
past.
the BRC20 tokens? Because I think that's going to be big, as almost as big as AI, just because that's a new form of money, and that's a new kind of excitement. That's a new kind of, just the new shiny object, and a lot of people are making money on it.
Yep.
And I think with the AI, of course, it has a whole bunch of utility, and with these BRC20 tokens, they're kind of like, of course, because Ethereum, they have all these projects and all these things that have built on Ethereum, and now they're starting to do all this with the same pretty much projects, type stuff now on Bitcoin. So all the moves that we saw with Ethereum, that's what they're anticipating. They're going to see that with the BRC20 tokens, and with ORDI and all that fun stuff, ordinals.
Yeah, I just pulled up ORDI because you just made me think of that. Like it goes up. Bitcoin starts pumping and everything. ORDI moves. I like to get in on those dips. I have a great time trading ORDI, but I totally agree with you. I think they are going to be hot. Any Bitcoin scaling solutions? I don't know if you guys heard of Mint Layer. That was one of the ones on. Yeah, it was super small market cap. Let me see what it's been doing. It's not that well known yet. The market cap's only 32 million. It is on ETH, but it does have to do with the Bitcoin scaling solution. So I think that it could have, its place, but I don't know. It hasn't really popped off yet. It spiked at one point, but down to 50 cents now. I think I actually might get back into it. I sold a while ago, but one of those. We'll throw it back to trade
Well, this was
intuitions.
a 3-cent coin, though. It's already
Right?
20,
Right.
almost 18x.
Why buying these
Nice.
things at the bottom, man? That's why, like, okay,
Wow.
with the memes and stuff like that, you know, you don't always like it's hard because you don't know the team or trust them, and you're just playing a small amount. But finding, and for example, Beamcat, like the guy who found Trump at the bottom, Sistine Research, right? He called Trump literally at a penny, and it went to like $10, and he's putting out
Jeez.
information on Beamcat, and he's like, listen, he's like, you have gaming is going to be hot, AI is going to be hot, and memes are hot. Well, if you have 2 out of 3, that's hot. And with Beamcat, it's like a gaming meme token, and it's the first one on Beam. And Beam should be really hot blockchain for gaming. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know what? And the other, like earlier in the week, I'm like, I'm going to put $2,500 in this baby and just see where it goes and just ride it out. But oh my God, you know, if it drops a couple zeros, that just bought me a house. If it doesn't, and you know, whatever,
Right.
then fine. But at the same point in time, there's certain narratives to look for. And so it just gives you a higher probability when you're going to make those, you know, more almost kind of like high, you know, a little bit higher risk trades, if you will.
Speaking of trades, so hey, one, I'll leave you guys with this. I've got to run soon, Jenna, but there's a play I just found in the AI space.
Ooh, tell us.
I'm kicking myself because I missed BitTensor, Tau, right? TAO.
Yeah.
But now there's a new one called Now. So Joe, maybe you could pull that one up and tell us a little bit what that looks like.
I'm working on it.
The symbols NAU, I'm sorry, NAO.
Oh yeah, don't give me another win.
NAO. NAO. Sorry, not you. Oh,
NAO.
yeah. Now there it is. Let's see which one.
NAO.
NAO. Yep. Let's see if it's in there.
Oh, it's gonna have to be on. I have to pull it up on.
You can own. It is on Coin Market Cap, but but it's called NetTensor. So it's in the family of the BitTensor. This is NetTensor. Yeah. See if you got NetTensor in there. Hopefully you got it in there because that is
NAU.
And no, NAO is the symbol.
NAO.
And yeah. So
okay, NetTensor.
I don't know if you can find that one, but if you can find it, that I think is hasn't really kind of left the building yet. So there might be some hope in this one compared to Tau is like.
I think you're on a different screen, Joe.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to go on Dex Screener. I got the contract address, so I just want to make sure I can get it.
Yeah, I could put it in the private chat too.
I see it.
That's it. Okay.
So let me.
This could be an interesting one, Jenna. This thing's relatively new. I think it's only been about a month. Hasn't really overly pumped yet, you know.
So I think I got to stop my screen. So 1 second.
Yeah.
Cool. I definitely will check that out. And then next, after we peep that, we have time for 2 more, which we will do sushi and ABT before we call it a night, guys.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys all hanging out. All right, let's check it out. NetTensor. Okay. Don't be scared of the blood, folks. Today's a bloody day.
I love it. Love red. Love the red. You gotta buy the red. Buy the red.
Not financial advice.
Announced on the daily.
That's right.
Now, this is Uniswap, so this too is different from like a regular exchange. So just knowing that, normally I'd say, "Oh no, I wouldn't buy," but because it's a different whole entity, let's see if we can buy it. So 1 second. Let me do this.
Check. And is that the daily or the all? You're on the
one. It's the daily.
One day. Check the all time. What's it look like from the all time frame?
Well, it started right here, February 28th, 2024. It's a brand new one, right?
Yeah. 28th. That sounds about right. Mm-hmm. But you're on the 1 day chart, not the all chart. Okay, gotcha.
So I got this level here, and then if it does come down, so what I like to do, and now this is only on. I'm going to the markets right now. So this is on Uniswap. This is on Dodo.
That's about it.
And yeah.
So once this thing catches fire, if it catches 1 or 2 exchanges, man.
Right. And the market cap is 39.9
Yes.
36.9 million.
37 million.
Mhm.
Very low cap.
37 million, low cap. And you said it's a tensor.
It plays in the tensor family. And yeah, there, as you can read about, it's an AI service provider. So again, it's writing in the AI narrative play, but part of the whole bit tensor, net tensor play. So I'm really
Right.
excited about this one. We'll have to see where this
Okay.
one goes in the long run. But was hoping you could do some analysis on, but it sounds like it's not in trading view yet. So we'll have to come back to this one later.
No, we can still do analysis. I was on the wrong window because I had both of them saying the same thing. So let's do. I can stop the screen again.
Yep.
I think screen share.
Need me to swap it out?
Okay, it's this one.
Wait, hang on.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
So here we go. It's on the daily. I got resistance or support there. Let me change these colors so everybody can see it. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. So for me personally, no, there's not a lot of data, but I mean, it did come up, came down, which is good because it wants to retrace. It's really close to this level right here. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Good sell pressure. I mean, buy pressure. And so, and again, with it being on Uniswap, it's much harder because you can't place a lower bid. Not, at least I don't think you can, unless they've updated their stuff.
Yeah, I don't think you can place bids. You're right on Uniswap. It just sells for whatever it is for the price range, right? The order that the market maker makes, right, Joe?
Right.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I do like this, and I like that it already retraced because we're not going to buy it up here and then it retrace on us and we lose like 30-40%.
Right.
So that's good. Let's go to our price range. So from here to here, 50%. So I'm glad we see it now instead of buying it up here. Oh, it broke this level. Let's buy it, and then it just dumped on us. So
yeah, it
for
looks
me
like
personally,
it's retesting a previous high too, right, Joe? Yep. Now we want to see it kind of hold there and then kind of take off.
Yeah. So for me personally, I would enter now, just knowing that it might continue coming down, and then hopefully get in this area. Because this is our support kind of box.
Yeah.
And then, of course, once it breaks out, and it's really hard to see it actually breaking out because, again, we're not on an exchange. We're looking at this from Dex Screener. But then we would have another entry here. And regardless, even if it did dump, which I don't think it will, I really don't, because this is a really strong support right here.
How do you know that, Joe? How to help our user or listeners understand what makes that a strong support?
So what I'm doing is I'm looking at all these candle bodies, the candle bodies and the candle wicks. This, because throughout the entire chart, there's nothing but support resistance. Price came up and it stopped. That's a resistance. Came down, stopped, support. Came up, stopped, resistance. So at the entire chart, there's nothing but support resistance. So what you want to do is you want to kind of eyeball where the major stops were at. So here, all the stops were here. Then we had some in here. Then we had some here. So this forms like a box. Okay. So if the price action's coming from top, hopefully we get a bounce here. Or if we go into the box, this is really nice to where we have a potential of getting support here. Is nothing is for sure though, because it can easily lose support, but you have a greater opportunity, greater probability that you'll find support because before this was all resistance. But yeah, so I would definitely enter here, just expecting that it might come down lower. And if it does, don't worry, don't panic. I would enter some more because once it does go up, you're looking for some, let's just say we entered again. So our mean or our average was around this entry. Just to get up to resistance, you're looking at 45%. And then if it breaks resistance and does what they should do, breaks resistance, comes up here, gets rejected here again. That's our resistance level. Then breaks up. I mean, you're looking at 200-300. I mean, but nobody knows. But if you hold it long enough, it'll be good. And actually, I'm writing this one down. Whenever you guys are, whenever y'all are watching the show, always paper and pen. This is going to make you money. Take notes. The stuff that I say, the stuff that Gen X says. Anytime she has any guest, make sure to take notes because all this stuff, it's going to make you money. And there's a lot of golden nuggets throughout every stream. So definitely, and here's the golden nugget too. NAO.
So you like this one? All right, good. I
I
think
do.
I'm going to be buying
I like
some
the
more
market.
then.
I like the market cap. I like that it's on Uniswap.
Yep.
So because think about it this way. Right now, not a lot of people know about it.
Yes.
Pretty soon, if they do get listed on, let's say their first listing is Gate.io, now it brings more people, and you want volume, more people that know about it, and they say, oh man, BitTensor, it did huge numbers. Let me get into this one too.
That's
So
what
now,
yep.
right. So now it goes, and then from there, it goes to another exchange. There's so many different exchanges, and then finally, KuCoin, then finally the big dogs. And by that time, this 52 or 36 cents that you bought it at could be $36
Yeah.
by the time it gets to them. And who knows, because of this bull market, and we're right at the beginning. I mean, this could be a really good gem.
Yeah. And the best part I love about it, and we'll leave it at this: 100 million max supply. That's it.
That's it.
Supply.
Oh, it's cheap right now.
Is it deflationary? Deflationary? Do they burn any? Do you know?
That part I don't know.
I'm gonna do my research.
I haven't gotten that far into it yet.
Yeah, just the
economics of it.
Yeah, just the real tip of the iceberg type thing. I mean, I like it. I love the market cap. I love that it's not on any exchange yet, because that leads to huge potential. So,
I think I found a trade. So I was like looking around. I was like thinking, what can we get into tonight? I'm trying to look to find other trades tonight. So I like this one. Obviously, I'm gonna hop on Uniswap and probably pick some up. Good call, Johnny.
Oh,
Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up one. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it up. Can you see this yet? There we go.
And I got, by the way, I have to give a shout out to Gonzo on that one. Gonzo and I were talking about.
Did you find that?
Yeah, Gonzo. We were talking that one, and that was one. He's like, hey, because I was hot on the IAI, and I told him, I was so pissed that I missed Tau. And he's like, well, there's now, and I'm like, oh, all right. So I started researching. But I think it certainly has some serious upside potential.
Yeah, so VIA looks like it's in a really, really nice flag. Falling wedge. So I think I'm gonna go hop into that on spot on Mexi just for me. And yes, I am getting a strong indicator on my chart prime. Yes, I do. I have the combination going on of chart prime and market cipher.
nice.
I'm extra. I don't care. If it doesn't show up on one, it shows up on the other, but I like the confirmation of both of them. And I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing for that. The money flow is definitely starting to turn positive on this. So I just definitely want to keep an eye on it. But I think for it looks good for a decent spot trade. So I think I'm going to hop into that. So I just wanted to share. That's VIA. We did have Joe. If you have time, do you have time to look at two more? That we had in the chat? Okay, let's do sushi and then we'll do ABT and we'll call it a night.
Okay. ABT?
Yeah, ABT and sushi swap. Awesome, guys. Smash that like. Thank you for hanging out.
ABT.
Got Johnny K in the house. Remember, we have the links posted below for Merlin 30-day free trial. That's down there. And what else I have? Oh, if you're into indicators and you want 30% off of your chart prime indicators, my link is below for that as well.
Is this the right one? ABT?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This one I would not do it because right now it is heading towards support, which is good, but it just doesn't look strong. I mean, let's get rid of this. You had a nice run up, which is good, and then a pullback, which is expected. Then it came up. This is more than likely right into the golden pocket, 0.6. Well, and let me just draw it. So let's go here to here. So yeah, just above the golden pocket. But this is the area that you want it to break out of. Let's go here. And so it came down, and then it came back up. Let me go back to this. Came down, it came back up. Then it's losing its strength. It came into the golden pocket. losing its strength and trying to break above this level, and it couldn't. So then it came back down again, and it trying to bounce off of this golden pocket area, and it couldn't hold it. Came back into the golden pocket, perfect. Came out. This is when you want to buy, when it exits the golden pocket. Came right back in, creating a double bottom, which is good. But it came out again, right to this resistance, and came back down. To me, this shows extreme weakness just from the movement of the price action, the momentum. For me personally, I wouldn't buy until it breaks above this level. Y'all can see that on the screen. But I wouldn't buy until it breaks above that level, just because what could happen, it could continue doing this and then just lose its steam and then come down. So that's my thought process on that one.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know enough about it and like the FA of what's going on to be able to pump it. I was just looking to see like what the market cap was on it. And it is 161 million. The circulating supply is 98 million, but I know a lot of people really like it, like this token a lot. I just don't know enough about it. It is listed on Coinbase, but yeah, so yeah, definitely could. You're right. Which I didn't look at. Yeah, Sushi Swap.
All right, so Sushi is of course on my list. Sushi and Uniswap and all those, because I think they're gonna be really big, and especially all the new people coming in and using those platforms. I think it's gonna be big. Right now, of course, if I was in a trade, rather if I'm thinking about entering the trade, I wouldn't, just because it's already coming down. It needs to break above this level. And then not only that, but just to be on the safe side, I would actually wait for it to cross this level. Because you don't want to enter it right now, because you have a much higher likelihood of it coming down prior to it going up. So what I would do is I would actually enter somewhere around here and have it come up. Let's see if we can find a target real quick. Let's go daily. So my target would be, yeah, right there, spot on. So this would be my target. And for my stop loss would be fairly tight, maybe 10. Yeah, about 10. And the reason for that is because if it does in fact come down, like this right here isn't very strong. And when I'm saying that, like if we look, and always look to the back, always look to the left, what we're doing is we're looking for a bunch of support resistance. If we would have seen rejection, pop through, come back, support, come back, rejection, that builds to this strength. Now here we have this very little small area right here of support resistance. Then we have this little tiny wick that doesn't even, like, I can't even make a circle. Like it's horrible. Then we have this small little area. So for me personally, like this one, if it does break up, then hopefully it'll find support here. Hopefully, like that says, we always got to wait. And then your first target is 23%. But if it doesn't, I would have a stop loss, just because, unless you're holding this long term. If it's just short term trade, then I would sell. Again, none of this is financial advice, but it can do this number and continue coming down, and more than likely get really nice support here. This will be a nice area for a support bounce here to here. This will be a beautiful area to actually enter the trade. Not that one. Just a green. Nope. Keep on going that one. This will be a really nice area to wait for the pullback. And I mean, it could bounce here, but I'm pretty sure if it does come to this area, it'll come into it, going on these levels right here. And that's what I think.
It's not a very strong play.
It's a good play though. I mean, I do like the coin, and I know it's going to do really well. But as far as just a short-term trade, I personally would wait, because more than likely it'll come down. If it doesn't, like, wait at least maybe a day or two to see if it's found support before you enter.
I think that's a great call. Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
Right.
We have gone through so many charts, and it's so awesome of Joe to come spend his time. And Johnny, it's so awesome for Johnny Crypto to pop in. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Please smash that like button, subscribe, really helps us out. Make sure to follow Joe. I have his links below where you can find his link tree into his Discord if you want to get more information and talk to him more about trading. He also mentors. He is just amazing. He does a lot, and I can't say enough good things about him. So make sure you follow him on X, and of course, I'm Jenna. You know where I am on Twitter, and make sure you follow Mr. Johnny Crypto. Johnny, I don't know where I put your banner. Don't kill me. And guys, don't forget the link is posted below for a 30-day free trial of Merlin. We are going into a bull run. There is going to be things going off here, there, and everywhere. If you're like me and you have crypto all over the place and different wallets everywhere, it would be helpful for you to see everything in one place. And they have created Merlin. So guys, to take us out, I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. Remember, the link is down below for your 30-day free trial.
Have you gotten wrecked in the crypto market space or watched your crypto portfolio go all the way up and then all the way down without taking profits? If so, it's probably because you didn't have an exit plan. The good news is that doesn't need to happen anymore thanks to a new and innovative crypto tracker called Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto. Merlin brings all your coins into one place so you can see all your assets across the different exchanges on one screen. You can see your total portfolio value and, more importantly, your daily gains, losses, and totals since inception. Merlin puts the power back in your hands so you no longer have to guess what your portfolio is doing on a daily or monthly basis. Most importantly, Merlin lets you create an exit plan and sends you notifications when your targets are reached so you no longer have to get wrecked in the marketplace. Go to merlincrypto.com, that's merlincrypto.com, and sign up for our free 30-day trial and get on the wait list so you can receive an email when the product is launched. Don't miss out on this new and innovative app, Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto.
And that's all we got for you tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to tune in on Tuesday morning, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for your daily dose of morning crypto degen with your homegirl. Thank you so much, guys. Have an awesome Sunday night.